There you go. Okay. Um, Let me give you another question just to check how much you've understood it. Okay, with the probability. So this is a tree diagram, and we've worked out one of the properties right now. Let me give you another one. So let's say I ask you to find the property that the person is at the office on Monday, and the person is at home on Friday. So office on Monday, home on Friday. What would you do?
8 times 7.
Yeah, 0.8. So office on Monday, it's this one, 0.8. And means times. And then home on Friday, that's 0.7. Here you go.
So can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, it's like not working.
Were you asking something? Because now we can hear you. We didn't hear you before that.
Oh, I was trying to say what they done said.
Okay, good. All right, so it's fine. Now, there is something called conditional probability, which you may get. So let me give you an idea of let us work out a conditional probability question. So let's say they ask you, what's the probability that the person goes to the office on Friday if the person was home on Monday? So that's a conditional probability because there's a condition. And how do we know there's a condition? There's the word if written here. So if the person was home on Monday, what's the probability that the person is at the office on Friday? What would that be?
Is it minus?
No, it's a direct answer actually. It's reading off the tree diagram, but you need to know where to look at.
So it won't be 2 over 3, no?
2 over 3? No. I mean,
Okay.
it will be a decimal because the probabilities are in decimal.
Well, 0.3
0.3.
minus.
No, there's no minus. It's just 0.3.
Okay.
Okay, now the point is that all the probabilities here on the second branch, they are all conditional probabilities. Okay, so this is the probability, this one. This is the probability that you're home, given that you were home on Monday. That's the probability you're home on Friday, if you were home on Monday. This is the probability you're going to the office on Friday if you went, if you worked at home on the Monday. Okay, so all these properties you see here, they are conditional because there's another event linked to them. It must be that the person was at the office on Monday. Then the probability of the person is home on Friday is 0.7. If the person was at the office on Monday, the probability that the person is at the office on Friday is 0.3. Okay, so all of these, they are conditional properties. Okay, so we can delete those now. The one thing you can remember is that when it's a conditional property, it's on the second branch. Let me look at the second question now. So you have the cylinder. Okay. You have the cylinder. Just hard to draw on the board. Okay. So what did they give us? They give us the height, 40. They give us the volume, 1200. 1200. The cylinder exerts a force of 90 newtons. Work out the pressure on the floor due to the cylinder. Okay, and the pressure, the force divided by the area. So the pressure is the force divided by the area. And the force is given to us, it's 90. Okay? The question is, work out the pressure. So we know the formula, it's given to us, it's force over area. So we need to have the value for the area. Okay? So what's the area of a cylinder?
It's 90.
90. Where would you get? No, 90 is the force here.
Area.
The formula for area of cylinder, what is it?
So it's length times.
Oh, it stays the same, right? It's length and width, right?
Width.
No, that's for a rectangle.
Length.
You can do a quick recap. If you have a triangle, a right angle triangle is half time base time height. If you have a rectangle, it's base time height. Okay? Now, this is a cylinder. Now, in a cylinder, you have a circle, which is the base. You have another circle on the top, right? So it actually
Yes.
consists of the area of a circle. Area of a circle is pi r square, but you have two of them, so it's 2 pi r square. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Plus 2 pi r h. The 2 pi r h is, represents the curved surface area of this part. Okay? So these two added will become the area. It's called the total surface area actually. So that's the area of the cylinder. But to find the area, we need the value of r, we need the value of h. Now we do have h. It's 40. Okay, they told us the height is 40, but we don't have r. And this is why they gave us the volume, so that we can use that value to find the r. Now the volume of a cylinder, who knows what that is? Volume of cylinder.
It's 1200.
Yeah, what is the formula to find volume of cylinder?
Length times width.
No, there's no length times because there's no square or rectangle here.
Do we have to use the formula you just showed us and replace?
We will once we have r and h. So we have h, we don't have r. This is why we're using this information which they gave us. They told us that the volume is 1200. And volume is base area times height. So the base is a circle here. So the base area is pi r square. And the height is 40. So pi r square times 40, this gives us the volume. Okay? Then from here, you're going to make r square or r sub equal formula. So it's 1200 divided by 40 pi. This gives you the value of r square. And then r will be, yes, Sean.
There's a formula involved with the tire.
This is the formula for surface area. Here we're using the formula for volume. There are two formulas for cylinders. The volume is pi r square h. The total surface area is 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. That's the other formula. Okay? Then the r becomes root of this, which I can simplify. I get 30 inside, so it's root of 30. So that's the r. Is that clear, this part?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I get r as root of 30. Now to get the area, I can actually use the r I just found, which is root of 30. So it's 2 pi root of 30 to the square plus 2 pi root of 30, and the h is 40. So this becomes the a. Alright, so you need to type that on your calculator. So it's 2 pi root of 30 to the square gives me 30, plus 2 times 40, that's 80, pi root of 30. This can be simplified further. 2 times 30, that's 60, so it's 60 pi plus 80 root of 30 pi. This is equal to a. So this is the area, okay? Now I'm going to keep that in its raw format. If you want, you can use your calculator to simplify it. So the pressure will be the force, which is 90 divided by that area, which is 60 pi plus 80 root of 30 pi. There you go.
So, but it's a non-calculator.
It's non-calculator. Then we'll need to leave it in this form. We can't simplify further because when I did it on the board, I didn't use the calculator at all, right?
Yeah.
So we need to use it to leave it in the third form. So with the square root, because we can't simplify it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you some time to copy that.
So is this a whole process to do a whole workout of finding the area within the? It's long.
It's long, yeah, it's long. How many marks was that?
I think that's like 3 or 4 marks.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're making you work a bit here.
Yeah, it was 3 marks.
It's a lot of work for 3 marks.
Yeah.
When you finish, you let me know, okay?
Yeah. I'm finished. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Aidan disconnected.
Hey, then you done?
I think he disconnected.
Oops. Maybe it's his internet.
Yeah.
Okay, let me look at the other question which you sent. So use this graph to solve the simultaneous equations. Okay. So in the graph, you have the 2 equations listed down. 2 minus 2y is equal to x, and then 2y is equal to 3x minus 22. So these are the 2 equations you have to solve simultaneously, and the graphs have been drawn for you. Okay? And you need to use the graph to solve the simultaneous equation. So if you need to use the graph, actually when you're solving the pair of simultaneous equation, you're finding the point of intersection. So if you're looking at the graph, you just need to read where these 2 graphs intersect. Okay, and then that's the answer. So there's no working involved. because they ask you to use the graph to solve it. Okay, so we have a line like this, which is the 2y is equal to 3x
It's
minus...
6 too.
Yeah, it looks like 6
6 minus 2.
minus 2 though, because it's 2 units down. Then you
Yeah.
have that other line, which is 2 minus 2y is equal to x. And you need to solve them simultaneously. You just need to read this point. And if you look at your graph, this point is 6 minus 2. So that's the answer. So if you solve simultaneously, you get this coordinate. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Which unit does this fall in? Is it in geometric?
Yeah. No, that would be equation of straight line, so it will be on the algebra, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Now they could ask you to solve it simultaneously. Then you actually need to do it manually. Do we explore it? What if we had to solve it algebraically?
Sure.
Because here they ask you to use the graphs, but they may just ask you to solve it. Then you need to know what to do if you have to solve. So what do we do if we had to solve? So we have 2y is equal to 3x minus 22. We have 2 minus 2y is equal to x. So when we solve simultaneously, we need to group the x and y terms on one side. And then on the other side, we need to have the constant. Okay? So if I take the first equation, it's 2y minus 3x is equal to minus 22. Then, okay, you see what I've done? I just moved the 3x to the left. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the second equation. I'm going to move the x to the left. So I'm going to have minus 2y, this one. This x will come here, will become minus x. These 2 will go over there because I need to have the constant to the other side. So 2, if it goes there, it becomes minus 2. So you end up having this equation. Okay?
Okay.
Then you need to eliminate the y term. You can solve the simultaneous equation by using elimination, by adding the two equations. So if I add the two equations, 2y minus 2y cancels out, minus 3x plus minus x, which is minus x, minus 3x minus x is minus 4x, is equal to minus 22 minus 2, that's minus 24. So x will be minus 24 divided by minus 4, which is 6. Okay, and which was what we got using the graphs. Good? You can see it works.
Yes, sir.
Then we need to find the y. We just found the x. So you can replace in any of the equations. I'm going to choose this one because it looks simpler. So 2 minus 2y is equal to x. The x is 6. So 2 minus 2y is equal to 6. Send the minus 2y there, it becomes 2y. 2, send the 6 to the left becomes minus 6, which is minus 4. So minus 4 is equal to 2y. Y will be minus 4 divided by 2, which is minus 2. Okay, so x is 6, y is minus 2. Exactly the same answer we got when we were solving. Not when we were solving, but when we read off the graph. Okay, I'll give you some time to write that down. Is it good?
Nearly done.
Yeah. Nearly done.
Okay, good.
All right. Next.
Okay, sir.
Okay, good. Next is a question where you're asking to write as a fraction and in the simplest form. So let me just erase that. Were all these questions from the paper one when you send them to me?
They were, yeah, all from paper one.
Okay, good. So this one, so we need to write that as a fraction. Okay, 72%. Now, you need to know that percent means divide by 100. So 72% means 72 divided by 100. As simple as that. Okay, so this is already in fraction form, but we need to give in the simplest form. So you need to decide, you need to find out how we can simplify this fraction. We need to find a common factor. So by which number we can use so that both of them can be divided by that number. So we can divide 72 and 100 by which number?
By 2.
Okay, we can
Yeah.
try. So 2 goes into 6, 3. 1 remainder, 2 goes into 12, 6. 2 goes, 100 you divide by 2, you get 50 exactly. So we are left with that. Okay, can we simplify more?
Yes, by 2 again.
By 2 again, so half of 250 is 25. 2 goes into 2, 1, remainder 1, 2 goes into 16, 8. So we have 18 over 25. Can we simplify more?
No.
No.
Wait. By 3. No. Yeah? Yeah, by 3.
You can't divide 25 by 3 though.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we...
18, yeah, but not 25. So I think that's where we stop. We can't go further.
Yep.
Okay? So that would be the first question where you had to write in simplest form. Let me look at the
Yeah.
other one. 0.004. 0.004. Now, the decimal comes from a fraction. Because usually when you have a fraction, you divide, and then that's where you get the decimal from. So what is that fraction? Now, I did see that on your paper, you tried to move the dot. You were trying to see how many, by how many decimal places did it move. So it moved by 1, 2, 3. So actually it's 4 divided by 1,000. 3 zeros because it moved 1, 2, 3. Okay? Because when you divide by 1,000, so usually the decimal point for a number is here. When you divide by 10, by 100 or 1,000, it moves to the left depending on how many zeros you have in the divisor. Okay? But it's not in simplest form. So once again, we can divide 4 and 1,000 by which number?
2.
2 again. Okay, you guys really like 2. So 4 divided by 2, 2. 2 goes into 10, 5. Can we do more?
Okay. Once more, I think.
Yeah, correct.
It'll be 250.
Yeah. 500 divided by 2 is 250. So it's 1 over 250. Okay, which is the simplest form. Now, you guys could have realized also that for over 1,000, you can divide both 4 and 1,000 by 4.
Yeah.
Okay? Because it's as if you have 1,000 rupees and you're dividing by 4. So you're splitting that between 4 people. So each person will get 250 rupees. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So you
If
could,
you,
yeah.
as it's 1 over 250, do you just write 250 or do you write the full thing?
Yeah, 1 over 250. That will be the final answer. Yeah. Okay, so I'll give you some time to write. Write it down.
Okay, done.
Then, okay, perfect. Okay. I see part B in the photo you guys sent, but I don't see the questions. I don't know where to look for that. Okay. It says write down the mathematical name for the type of angle, but I can't see the image, so I won't be able to guide you on this one. You see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Or was that not a concern? And you want me to focus on the number 2? I look at the number 2.
Yeah, the full number 2 there.
Okay.
Not the top one, just the number 2.
All right. So you have A, you have B. All right. What's the name of line AB? It's called a chord. CHORD. Okay.
Okay.
If it's going exactly through the middle, it's the diameter, but it's not the case here. So that's the chord. All right. Then part B. The circle has a diameter of 16.8. Yeah, you guys have a question?
I divided it by 2. I don't know if it's correct.
What did you divide? Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
correct.
16
Yeah.
divided by 2, and then I got 8.4 centimeters.
Yeah.
Okay.
The diameter goes exactly through the middle, so AB is not the diameter. The diameter will be in through the middle. Okay, a line like that. At the center, you have O. Let's say this is the radius. This is the radius. So if they tell you the diameter is 16.8, which is the case here, you need to know that the diameter is actually 2 times the radius. So 2 times the radius is 16.8. So the radius will be 16.8 divided by 2. Okay, and since it's paper 1, 2 goes into 16, 8, 2 goes into 4, into 8, 4 times. Is that what you got?
Yes, I got the
Yeah.
exact one.
So that's it. So I've reached the end of the stuff you sent me. Do you have more things to say?
Let me see. I have one on. Let me send a picture of it.
Yeah.
I think it's like really long one. Good picture. It's number 12 and 13. I'm just gonna send it quickly.
Okay.
Should send now.
Okay. Let me check.
Okay.
No, I didn't receive it yet.
Did you get it?
Nope.
Let me send it again.
Is it? Okay, okay. I got it now. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a table, right?
Yeah. The
About
table
a
and then
spinner.
the one.
Yeah, got it.
Just those two.
Okay, so you have a number. Number 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Then you have the probability. Probability, which is 0.18, 0.21, and then 0.37. Perfect. So Francesca spins a 4-sided spinner. So you have number 4 too. Yeah, which is black. Complete the table. So you need to know that if you add all the probabilities, what should you get?
Should get 1.
We should get 1 because maximum probability is 1. So to get
Okay.
the answer here, you just need to do 1 minus the rest. 0.18, 0.21 plus 0.37. So just do this. So work that out and tell me what you get.
Okay. That's 0.21 plus 0.37. I got 6/25, which is 0.24.
Okay, 0.24. 0.24. Let's see. Okay, so that's part 1. So that's all they ask. Complete the table. Okay, for 2 marks.
Okay.
There is no. We don't have more sections in this one. Okay, number 13 now. That was number 12 from that past paper. Number 13. So Alex charges 190 euros. Changes 190 euros into pounds. And 1 pound is 1.1723 euros. Okay?
Okay.
So he needs to change 190 euros into pounds. So here it's pound into euros. 1 pound is 1.17 euros. If you need to change euros into pounds, you need to flip it around. So I'm going to start by writing euros first, because I'm changing euros to pounds.
Okay.
Okay, so 1.1723 euros is 1 pound. Okay? And for these kind of questions, we always try to work out what is for 1. Because from 1 you can easily get for any number. So if 1.1723 euros is 1 pound, what is 1 euro? 1 euro will be 1 divided by 1.1723. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Good. So 1 euro is so much pounds. Now we need to work out for 190 euros. So 1 is becoming 190. You're multiplying 290. So on your right hand side also you're going to multiply 290. And that will be the answer. So if you simplify that, you're going to get the number of pounds.
Okay.
Okay, good. So I'll give you some time to write it.
Okay. I got 162.07
Okay.
pounds.
Okay. So you did 190 divided by 1.17.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. That's nice. Let's look at the next one now. So the next one is about exterior angle of a polygon is 36. Okay. Let me just erase what's on the board right now. Okay, so exterior angle of a regular polygon. So exterior angle is 36 degrees. Now, you need to know how we work out the angle, the exterior angle. What's the formula? Do you know?
Exterior angle.
Mm-hmm.
Is it regard? Do you have 360? So you do 36 over 360 times.
I think they asked us how many sides we have. So you have a brief idea of what it is, Hayden. The answer is, so if you take 360 and you divide by the number of sides of the polygon, you get the exterior angle. So here they have given us the exterior angle is 36. So 360 divided by.
You gotta do a bunch of different calculations to find 36.
It's actually simpler than that. Look, so 360 divided by number of sides should give you 36. So what is the number of sides? If you divide 360 by which number, you get 36 exactly.
36. You divide it by 36, you get the number of sides, right?
If you do 360 divided by 36, this will cancel. You will get 10. You should get 36.
Oh.
So you should divide 360 by. Only the zero is cancelling. So what are they doing? Sean, any idea?
They're trying to think with this.
You should divide it by 10.
Sorry, you both took up the same time.
You can go first if you want.
It's okay.
You sure? You can divide it.
I'm not too
You
sure.
can divide it by 10.
Exactly. You divide by 10. Because it's 360, you divide by 10, what happens? The zero cancels. So the number of sides is just 10. Okay, you don't need to form an equation and try to solve it here. It's just, I mean, you can see it, right? The zero cancels, so you divide it by 10. Good, so that was the last question I solved from what you sent. Are there more questions?
No, sir. That's all for me.
Sean?
No, sir.
Sure? I thought you have a lot of questions because you got the exam on Monday.
I will follow you.
Okay.
No.
No. Okay, so do some more questions. If there's anything you're not too sure about, then you can always send a message on Teams.